Have you ever pondered over how the languages we speak today evolved over time? It's a question that tickles the imagination and pulls us into an intricate dance of sounds and symbols, where each step tells a story of human history. The evolution of language is not just about words and grammar, it's a reflection of our culture, our philosophy, our very identity. Imagine the first humans, their primitive utterances slowly giving way to complex forms of communication. Now consider the myriad of languages we have today, each with its unique rhythm, structure, and vocabulary. How did we get from there to here? What forces shape these languages, and what do they reveal about us? The enigma of language evolution is a fascinating puzzle, one that linguists have been trying to piece together for centuries. And while we've made great strides in understanding, there's still much left to discover. So, buckle up and prepare for a linguistic adventure. Join us as we journey through time, tracing the evolution of language. Our linguistic journey begins in the ancient times, long before written records. Imagine a world where words and grammar as we know them didn't exist. A time when our ancestors, early humans, navigated the complexities of life using simple sounds and gestures. This was the dawn of language, a critical turning point in our evolutionary history. Various theories have been proposed to explain the origins of language. The Bow Wow theory, for instance, suggests that our language originated from the attempts of our ancestors to imitate the natural sounds around them. Picture early humans mimicking the growl of a bear, the chirp of a bird, the rustle of leaves, transforming these sounds into a rudimentary form of communication. Then there's the poo-poo theory, which posits that the earliest words were spontaneous, exclamations triggered by emotions or physical sensations, a gasp of surprise, a grunt of effort, a sigh of relief. These instinctual utterances could have been the building blocks of our first words. And let's not forget the ding-dong theory, which proposes a mystical connection between sounds and the objects or actions they represent. This theory suggests that early humans assigned sounds to objects and actions based on an innate, intuitive link. These theories, while not definitive, offer fascinating insights into the possible beginnings of our linguistic capabilities. It's likely that early humans used a combination of these methods, employing sounds, gestures, and even facial expressions to convey their thoughts and feelings. As we evolved, our communication methods became more sophisticated. We began to string sounds together, to form words, to create syntax. We began to express not just our immediate needs and emotions, but also our abstract thoughts, our hopes, our fears. We began to tell stories, to pass down wisdom, to build societies. And so the seeds of language were sown. As humans evolved, so did their means of communication, paving the way for more complex languages. Fast forward to around 3200 BC, the birth of written language emerges. Like a phoenix from the ashes of prehistoric verbal communication, written language took flight, forever altering the trajectory of human civilization. This monumental leap was not a single bound, but rather a series of incremental strides, each leaving an indelible footprint on the sands of time. Our journey begins in ancient Mesopotamia, a cradle of civilization nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Here the Sumerians crafted the world's first known form of written language, cuneiform script. Small, wedge-shaped marks were etched into wet clay tablets using a reed stylus, creating a medium that was both durable and portable. Cuneiform was primarily used for record-keeping and administrative tasks, but it also bore the seeds of literature, science, and philosophy. As centuries rolled on, written language continued to evolve and spread, like a tree branching out in all directions. A significant offshoot was seen in the land of the pharaohs, ancient Egypt. The Egyptians developed a system of writing known as hieroglyphics, a beautiful blend of logographic and alphabetic elements. These stunning pictorial scripts adorned the walls of temples, tombs, and monuments, telling tales of gods, pharaohs, and everyday life. Hieroglyphics were not just a means of communication, they were an art form, a sacred script, a bridge between the mortal world and the divine. The birth of written language marked a significant milestone in human history. It was a tool, a weapon, an art form. It allowed us to record our thoughts, our dreams, our fears, and our triumphs. It gave us the power to share our stories not just with those around us, but with generations yet unborn. It enabled us to transcend time, to reach out from the past and touch the future. It is said that the pen is mightier than the sword. In the case of written language, this is undoubtedly true. For while the sword can conquer nations, only the pen can conquer time. With the advent of written language, humans could now document their history and knowledge for future generations. As societies grew, languages continued to evolve and diversify. It's a fascinating journey, really, when you consider how ancient languages have morphed into the tongues we speak today. Let's consider the Indo-European family. This is a broad group that includes languages from the Indian subcontinent, Iran, and most of Europe. Imagine a tree with roots deep in the past. The trunk symbolizes the Proto-Indo-European language, thought to have been spoken around 5,000 years ago. As time passed, this language branched out, forming the earliest versions of Sanskrit, Greek, Latin, and others. These branches further bifurcated into the languages we know today. For instance, Latin evolved into the Romance languages: Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Now let's traverse to another part of the globe, to the Afro-Asiatic language family, which includes Arabic, Hebrew, Amharic, and many more. Again, picture a tree. The trunk represents the Proto-Afro-Asiatic language, which began to branch out around 10,000 years ago, giving birth to the Semitic, Cushitic, and Berber languages, among others. These in turn have evolved into the modern languages spoken across North Africa, the Middle East, and parts of Asia today. These language trees, however, are not rigid structures. Languages are living, breathing entities, constantly changing and adapting. They borrow words, phrases, and structures from each other. They evolve with society, reflecting changes in culture, technology, and thought. Interestingly, while languages have diversified, they've also converged due to globalization. English, for example, has spread far beyond its Germanic roots, absorbing vocabulary from Latin, French, and dozens of other languages along the way. It's now spoken by billions, serving as a global lingua franca. Today we have over 7,000 languages worldwide, each with its own unique story of evolution. And while some languages may fade and new ones may emerge, one thing is certain: the evolution of language is a testament to our shared human history and our innate drive to communicate. Now let's fast forward to the present day and look ahead to the future. The winds of change are blowing, and they're reshaping the landscape of language as we know it. Globalization and technology are at the helm, steering the course of language evolution. In the labyrinth of global interconnectedness, languages are no longer confined to geographical boundaries. They're traversing continents, reaching far and wide, and this has given rise to global languages. English, Spanish, Mandarin. These are languages spoken by millions, if not billions. And they're gaining more ground every day. You see, when people from different linguistic backgrounds need to communicate, a lingua franca, a bridge language, is often used. And these global languages are becoming those bridges, uniting people in communication across the globe. But this rise of global languages is a double-edged sword. While it fosters communication and understanding, it also poses a threat to linguistic diversity. As more people adopt these dominant languages, smaller languages, those spoken by fewer people, are often left in the shadows. Many of these languages are disappearing, taking with them a unique perspective of the world, a distinct way of understanding reality. It's a linguistic mass extinction, and it's happening right before our eyes. Technology, too, is playing its part in the future of language. With the advent of machine translation and artificial intelligence, barriers of understanding are being broken down. But at the same time, technology is also accelerating the spread and dominance of global languages. Yet, in all this change, there's hope. Efforts are being made to preserve and revitalize endangered languages. Technology is being used not just to spread dominant languages, but also to record and teach lesser-known ones. It's a testament to the resilience of languages, their ability to adapt and survive. As we move forward, the evolution of language continues, shaped by our ever-changing world. So what can we glean from the evolution of language? In our journey through time, we've seen the dawn of language, a nebulous beginning born from necessity and survival. We've witnessed the birth of written language, a monumental leap that allowed our ancestors to record history, express complex ideas, and build civilizations. We've traced the evolution of modern languages, an intricate web of tongues that reflect our shared history and diverse cultures. We've looked into the future, a realm of possibilities where language could evolve in ways we can hardly imagine, perhaps even beyond the bounds of human speech. Language, in its myriad forms and functions, is not merely a tool. It is the lifeblood of human society. It's a testament to our capacity for innovation, adaptability, and creativity. The evolution of language is a testament to human innovation and adaptability. It's a fascinating journey that continues to unfold, shaping and being shaped by the course of human history.